Okay, guys, I have decided to get on tonight and do a day 6 update only for one reason, and that is because I forgot to mention it yesterday. Um, Yesterday, the itch began. It began yesterday, it wasn't severe. Today, I'm a little itchy. I'm not 100% sure if it's from the gums healing or the actual implants, because actually, the majority of my itch is in the lower jaw and it's literally here. Well, yes, you technically have gum the whole way down to here, but this itch is like right in here. So I actually feel like the itch is being caused by the implants themselves healing or osteointegrating. But it started yesterday. It was very brief. It was like from the morning to like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was kind of like this constantly, and then it slowly started going away. Today, though, it's been on and off all day. Like, I've just been constantly, like, not scratching, I'm not trying to scratch, but like, I've been rubbing my face to make it not so bad. But that's just part of the healing process, that's normal. But yeah, that was something new that started yesterday. I just forgot to mention it in my video last night because it was so fleeting. It was like here and coming and going, and like just, and even when I did get itchy, it wasn't bad yesterday. It was just like a little and good for a while. Today, it's like I've literally spent half the day going, like, when I get off this video, I think I'm literally going to go downstairs and like exfoliate my face just for an excuse to rub it some more. Um, I've been trying real hard not to actually like put pressure or anything like that. It's just the skin is getting itchy. So it's like rub a dub, rub a dub. So hopefully that stops. But again, that's actually a good sign. Even if it doesn't stop, it just means everything is healing. Um, Other than that, there's been no change today. Still taking the ibuprofen and the pain medication. Routine has not changed. Um, I'm still trying to get used to talking with these in. You can hear the whistle, you can hear the lisp. It's driving me nuts, but I am a part of like several implant discussion groups on Facebook, and I have noticed that the general consensus is that the temporary teeth are usually bulkier, which I can attest to. This is very bulky feeling in my mouth, but they are generally bulkier, and it generally does take longer to get used to them than it will for me to get used to the finals, according to what everybody else says. Again, I'm just going off of the majority consensus here in a group that has like 3,000 people. But the reason being, the temps are made bulky to allow for the gum swelling. Like, your gums are going to swell after surgery, so your temps are generally made bigger and wider to accommodate that swell. And because of that, the biggest issue you have with learning how to talk with these in is as you lose teeth and the teeth go bad. Like, for me, it started with the molars and it worked its way forward. My face was very sunken in. So my skin and the muscle in my cheeks was not used to stretching over something. They actually became very laxed, almost atrophied, and I had a very sunken in appearance. Now that there's teeth there, my facial structure, everything in my face is stretching over these teeth, and it's not used to it. My muscles aren't used to having to work with something there. So everybody, the general consensus again, was that it's going to take probably about 2 months to start talking kind of normal-ish with these in. I noticed if I focus and I put a little bit of effort into it, I can almost sound normal, like right now, but that does take a lot of effort. So generally I go back to sounding like a granny. But I have noticed that one of the biggest areas of my face that I struggle with is this lip. This lip does not want to conform to these teeth. It doesn't like it. When I whistle, that's where half the whistle is coming from, is this the upper implant, the upper part of the tooth, the gap up there. Because my lip sits up so high, even though you can't see it, when I smile, my biggest smile, my lip is actually sitting right on top of that line. So it's letting air through. Whereas my bottom lip fully covers the bottom teeth. and does not allow that air to slip through. So most of my lisp and my whistle is actually coming from this upper, which is because my upper lip refuses to conform and stretch over that to kind of block that airflow a little bit better. But again, that's normal. From what everybody has said in the group, it takes about 2 months to learn how to talk with these temporaries in. But once you get your finals, because they're not as bulky, they're smaller, that are, just all around made to be more permanent, not a healing set of teeth that are made bigger. Because of their size being smaller and less bulkier, most people I've talked to in the group has said that it generally only took them a week, maybe two at maximum, to get used to those. Because right now my face is stretching over these, and it's getting used to these. These are bulky, these are, kind of big. These permanents are going to be smaller, and there's not going to be as big of like a lip or anything like that. So my face is going to be stretched, but then I'm going to put these in, they're going to be smaller. My face isn't going to necessarily need to be that stretched. So it's going to take some more adjusting too. But they said that most people said that with the healing set of teeth in took them about 2 months. The final set took them a week to 2 at maximum. So that's a positive. I'm looking forward to having teeth I can talk with. And sorry, I'm starting to really get annoyed. Pardon me. Anyway, although it will be nice, it's going to suck having to relearn how to talk again after I just started getting used to these, but it will be nice that the learning process will be slightly easier because the teeth will be smaller. I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting I learned or thought of today. But I actually think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get off of here. This one was actually a shorter video than last night. Yay, we're breaking records here. If you guys need anything, just shoot me a message. I do eventually want to get around to doing a video of my post-op box, so that if anybody wants to know what they should have ready or get ready or have on hand before they have their implant surgery, I can show you my post-op box. And eventually I'm also going to get around to doing like a small video on like soft diet food recommendations or soft diet recipes that you can make fairly easy for something to eat after surgery that won't make you feel bad. But we'll get to that later. This week, because I've been lazy, it's been mostly canned goods. So SpaghettiOs, chili, some of those microwavable mac and cheeses, hamburger helper, that kind of stuff. So there's my recommendations for week 1. Just real quick, easy boxed or canned dinners that you can eat. Soups especially. But we'll get into like the more frivolous stuff later. I'm going to get off here though. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and message me if you need anything. Bye bye.